All right, Mark. Well, thank you for joining and taking the time today. There's a wide held belief by employers that when you structure your employer contribution in your 401k plan, what one employee gets, everyone has to get. Is that truth or myth?
So that's actually a widely held myth, Rick. And the reason for that, I believe, is because of the way that 401k programs came to be. If you sort of look back in time, when defined benefit programs were the dominant way that benefits were delivered to employees in America, they were custom designed and delivered different contributions and different sort of benefits to different groups of employees to try to influence behavior. The 401k program, as it was originally envisioned, was actually just meant to be a bolt-on savings vehicle and was never meant to exist without the defined benefit plan being there. Obviously, though, times have changed, defined benefit plans have faded, and we're in an environment now where 401k programs are the only retirement program that many Americans have. And because of the way they came about, most of those retirement programs now are built to deliver the same types of benefits or the same percentages of benefits to everybody in an organization, even though that's not the way they need to be or they have to be.
So, as employers are looking for strategies or ways that they can more effectively recruit or retain talent, is this a reason? Is this maybe a reason why some employers are looking to more customized, non-uniform plan design, or what's your sense for why people might be pursuing that strategy?
Well, I think you hit the nail on the head, really. There's a lot of different reasons. And if you think sort of very broadly across American industry right now, a lot of employers are facing generally similar pressures, right? So a lot of people are facing decreasing margins in whatever the business they're in, higher competition, specifically increasing competition for talent, higher healthcare costs, a lot of pressures like that on the organization. And at the same time, I think we're hitting a point where we're having that first generation of people who are really retiring, who have had a 401k program all of their lives. And what we're seeing is that a lot of these people are at the point in their lives where maybe mentally or emotionally they're ready to retire, but they really cannot financially afford to do so. So I think a lot of employers are sort of taking stock, looking around and realizing that they're spending a lot of money on these benefits. And I think in many cases, they're not really certain what they're getting for them, but they are certain that they're not working the way they want them to.
So when employers find themselves in that, let's call it predicament, where they're spending money, they've been pursuing a strategy that is just either not getting them the results they're looking for or just is flat out not working. Where do they go from there? What are the next steps? How does the conversation evolve to fix that?
Well, really, a lot of companies are starting to reach out to consultants who specialize in retirement program design. And I think there's two places to start. First and foremost, I think it's very helpful for a plan to understand where they stand versus their competition. And when I say that, I actually mean a little bit beyond what is typically seen in the industry.